focus was the deadlift, and there's a few things that came up that I needed to help some people with, so I thought I would do a wee video and go through it with you guys. So, in case you don't know what a deadlift is picking a weight up off the floor and then putting it back down again. So, just like this. So, standing tall and putting it back down on the floor. So that's the deadlift. So some of the things that were happening this morning were people had the wrong shoes on. So right now I've got the wrong shoe on. I've got a running shoe. The reason that this is wrong is they're usually quite soft at the bottom and a little bit more unstable. So the best shoe to wear is something that's got a flat base, a flat sole. So shoes like Nike Metcons, Reebok Nanos, or even Converse, just shoes like that are completely flat on the bottom. They're the best shoes for lifting in because they create an even spread of weight for your feet. So even spread of weight in order for you to feel stable and then move. Next thing was some clients were starting to yank the bar. So by that I mean they were coming in, had good position, so their feet, laces underneath the bar close to the shins, and then they were coming down like this. They were getting in a good position, but then they would just yank like that, and then put it. And obviously that's not a great way of lifting, because if your body isn't ready for it, it's more likely going to cause a back issue or something's going to snap. Like a muscle might tear, or you might herniate a disc. Loads of issues that could happen now. So the best thing to do is to slow the lift and then speed up. So by that I mean you get yourself into position. So again, you want the bar close to your shins. If you're wearing shoes, which you can do it without shoes. Today we're wearing shoes. So if you're wearing shoes, pull the bar in so it's just over your laces, the knot in your laces, close to your shins. You want to grab the bar just outside of your hip width apart, and then from here I'm already going to start to create tension in my body by pulling the bar with my arms and then pulling myself into position. So right now I've got full tension going through my body. I'm quite shaky. I don't know if it's showing on the camera, but I'm feeling quite shaky. Whereas before, grab the bar, I've come down, my body's relaxed. So your body's relaxed, it's not ready to lift it, you're not going to be at your strongest. So again, create tension. So what I want to do is start to pull the bar with my arms and then squeeze my arms into my armpits, sit down into the position, and then slowly, and then speed up. So I'll show you that again. We slowly lift and then speed up. So what you're doing there is you're creating full body tension. So the body is primed and it's ready to move. Then you slowly lift the weight off the floor. By doing it slowly, your body is then primed for power. It's potentiated and you're able to go faster. Alright, so you lift it slowly. Once you've got the weight off the floor, you can gradually speed up and lift it. That's one of the things that we were going through today. Another thing was getting sore backs. This is an exercise that is notorious for people blaming it for back pain. When really, a lot of the time, people are going too heavy too soon, or like I just showed you there, they are not getting the form right, they're not doing the movement properly. But some people do get back pain just because their hips, their body moves differently. So I'm using the straight bar right now. So what you can do to make this one a little bit nicer on your lower back is go into a hybrid stance or a sumo stance. So hybrid stance is feet in like a squat width apart. So they're not super wide, but they're not at your deadlift position. They're not inside the hips. So they're just outside the hips at squat width. then your hands are going to come down in between the knees rather than on the outside. This helps to keep the bar closer to your centre of gravity and takes pressure off your lower back. So I'll show you what this looks like. So coming down here, hands are in between the knees, and again we're keeping that tension in the arms, and then we slowly and speed up. Just like this. So that's hybrid stance. And then you've got sumo stance, which is just like a sumo wrestler. It's quite super wide. Some people like this, some people don't. I'm not a fan, but so like I say, some people prefer it for their hips and their back. So what you do is go super wide as if you're getting ready to sumo wrestle. Again, your hands are coming in. If I'm doing this exercise, I like to make sure my hands are directly underneath my shoulders. So hands directly underneath the shoulders. Again, it's closer to my centre of gravity. Create the tension, slow and then speed up. But as you notice, the weight is still in front of me, so I am still going to get pressure on the lower back. Okay, so I'll show you one more rep. As you can see, I'm leaning forward more. The weight is still in front of me as I lift up. So what we can do instead is use the hex bar. So I'll show you the hex bar over here. Okay, so here we have the hex bar, or some people call it the open bar. As you can see, it goes around me. So the bar goes around me and the weight is on the outside, and that's very important for what we're talking about. With the weight being at the side of you, you are not going to have to lean forward more. There's a lot less pressure going through your lower back, and the weight is closer to your centre of gravity again. Because it's at your side, it is close to your centre of gravity. It is in line with your centre of gravity. The foot stance is also a little bit more natural as well. So this is similar foot stance to what we just done on the barbell there with your hybrid stance. So your feet are just outside of the hips, and it's a little bit more natural for some people. And then what you're going to do, just like we've done before, you grab the bar, you create tension in your arms, you sit down into position, creating that full body tension, and then slow and fast. And control it back down. Slow and fast. Just like that. So this is another piece of kit that I used in the lifting club this morning for some members who prefer this bar because they get lower back pain. But what you can do if you only have a straight bar is you can reduce the range of motion by lifting the weight up off the floor. I know that sounds silly, but I'll show you what I mean. So you can use weight plates and put the bar on top of some weight plates, and that raises it up a couple of inches from the floor. Sometimes that is the biggest change that you need. So I'll show you what I mean. Get some plates here. On top of the plates, and now the plate is about 2.5 inches, 3 inches higher off the floor. There's less range of motion for me to go down, which means there's less range of motion in my lower back. Alright, so coming down like this, a little bit more comfortable for me already, and then pull from the floor and slow down. And the way you progress this is, obviously you can progress it by putting more weight on every time you come to it. So this is set to 80 kilos right now. The next time I came to it, it could be 82, and then it would go 84, 86, all the way up. Or, if you want to be able to lift it from the floor comfortably, you stick with the same weight and you gradually lower the distance from the floor. So right now we're using 20 plates there. What you could do is then put a 15 plate underneath, a 10 plate, 5 plate, and then it's on the floor. Or, if you're lucky enough to have a gym with a squat rack, which most do these days, you can use the squat rack and you do what's called a rack pull. So rack pull is a deadlift from the rack. Alright, again, it's higher up, you come down, less range of motion, a little bit more comfortable, shorter range of motion to stand, and shorter range of motion to put it back down. And again, just like I said before, to progress to this, you can lower it down the rack as close to the floor as you can, and then you can go into plates, and then gradually progress down like that. But some people, they just get pain when they're doing any form of deadlift, and that's fine. It just means that their body doesn't like that, doesn't like that exercise, and there's plenty of different exercises that we can do. It's not the exercise that is important, it is the movement. So the deadlift, or kettlebell swings, or hip thrusts, are all known as a hinge movement. So a hinge is pushing the bum away, and then bringing the bum forward. Push the bum away, bring the bum forward. That is what the deadlift is all about. It is pushing the bum away and bringing it forward again. So you can do deadlifts, you can do hip thrusts, kettlebell swings, you can do hinge motion where with the cable machine where the weight is in front of you, and then you pull it in. So again, the bum goes away, the weight is in front of me, and then I pull the weight as I stand. Thousands of different ways that we can do a hinge motion and that we can get stronger. So if you do feel that the deadlift is not for you, then look to another hinge motion. So that's what we went through today. If you like this video, please give it a like and a share to someone who might need some help. If you are interested in some help in some one-to-one personal training, if you're in the East Lothian, Musqueam area, give me a DM. If you want some help with online training, I do that as well. Just give me a wee message and we'll get it sorted. Alright, have a good one guys.